This week's SmackDown was absolutely brilliant. Let's get into a breakdown as to why this was a go-home show for Elimination Chamber, which of course is in less than 24 hours now. I would say that this show was one of the best SmackDowns of the year. It was so easy to watch. It had some really big moments on. And you know what? The Bloodline were nowhere to be seen. They just delivered one of the best SmackDowns of the year, and there was no sign of the Usos, of Solo, of Roman, of Paul Heyman, nowhere to be seen. We started off with maybe one of the weakest parts of this show. I think everything just got stronger after this. And even this, I'm not down on. We had Natalya and Shotzi taking on Ronda and Shayna, and you can see Ronda and Shayna victorious. This match just doesn't mean a great deal. Like, it was a nice way to start the show because obviously Natalya, being Canadian, we started with her music. For the briefest of moments, I did wonder if Bret Hart was about to walk out, but it was Natalya. We went into the tag match. Tag match was fine. I mean, it was fine. There was some nice moments in it. The sharpshooter crowd going crazy for that. Shotzi doing her DDT onto the edge of the ring is a move that has been botched before, I think, with Ronda, actually. They nailed it. It looked really good this time. So, yeah, lots to like about this. And actually, as I said, probably the weakest part of this show. We move forwards. Hit Row. Wow. Did not expect this. Did not expect this. Hit Row in the ring. Love them being presented as heels. They were basically like laying into Montreal because that's where we was. They started doing a performance, which, you know, no one wants to hear. They are now full-blown heels. They're much better as heels. And I didn't expect what was about to happen next. Look how cool that is. Bray Wyatt interrupted. The lights went out. Bray Wyatt interrupted. Look at that mask. Black mask. I think it's black. I don't know if it's light-in or if it is a black mask. You don't see it much past this point. If it is a black mask, I think it's better. I really think it's better. Or even if it's just dark lighting, it looks better. So I love that. Basically, it was Bray and Uncle Howdy, one either side of the ring. And they took out Hit Row. Uncle Howdy delivering some Sister Abigail's. B-Fab, I don't know if you noticed, she was like sneaking in the background. As soon as Top Dollar and Ashanti got attacked, she slipped out the ring, and as Bray was cutting his promo, you could see her like sneaking out. She was trying not to be seen, but she totally got seen. So yeah, she was sneaking out. Bray cut this promo anyway. They attack Hit Row. Bray cuts a promo. Bray says, now that I'm in control of myself, and now that I'm in control of my family, we'll come back to that. Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, whichever one of you walks out alive tomorrow, whichever is the winner, you should run. This is awesome. This is so good. This is a big, credible opponent for Bray. There was a lot of disappointment when Bray started his feud with LA Knight. I don't think people were disappointed by the end. LA Knight more than proved himself. But at the start, people were a bit underwhelmed. They want Bray to take on the big hitters, the big names. And that's exactly what he's doing here. So love that. It's interesting, isn't it? Now that I'm in control of myself, now that I'm in control of my family, I don't think he means Bo Dallas. This was mentioned on the watch-along. That is Bo, believed to be Bo. I don't think that matters. I don't think we're ever going to reveal that that's Bo. That to me is Uncle Howdy. That's the character. That's it. Like, we're not going to do a big reveal and it turns out it's Bo Dallas. That is Uncle Howdy. So when he talks about he's in control of his family, I don't think he means Bo. I think he means his different personalities. It was announced later in the show that the Firefly Fun House would be coming next week. So we know that the Firefly Fun House is coming. So this means that he has now got the ability to be Funhouse Bray. He's got the ability to be Eater of Worlds Bray. And he showed himself with that "you should run" at the end. You know, you should run. That's very synonymous with cult leader Bray. So he can now cycle through these different personas. So for me, when he talks about being in control of his family, he's talking about his different personas. The Bobby Lashley, Brock, who do we want it to be? Now, I don't mind either. Fiend versus Brock would be amazing, but I don't know that we're going to go that way. Brock's a face, Bray's a face. I think it makes more sense we do Bobby. Bobby's a heel. So I actually now think Bobby could win tomorrow. And then I think we could get Bobby versus Bray. But there will be a lot of people keeping their fingers crossed that we do get Bray versus Brock and we do get Fiend versus Brock. But as I said, I just don't know that it's going to go that way. Great segment. Didn't outstay its welcome. Kept it short. Do you know what? Perfect. It's all it needs to be. Very impactful. To the point. Brilliant. Next match was Drew and Sheamus against Viking Raiders. There's a little story here, obviously. Viking Raiders took Drew and Sheamus out of that tag tournament. What I like about this is the fact there's a story. I like the fact the Viking Raiders are engaged in a good feud with two big names. What I don't like about it is the fact that Sheamus and Drew won. They are made men. They didn't need to win here. Viking Raiders needed to win. We've refreshed them a few times. They really needed this win. And sadly, they don't win. They fall short. Valhalla was gutted afterwards. I felt the same. I really think we need to build this tag division. And Viking Raiders being in there with Drew and Sheamus is great, but it's not enough. They've got to be able to beat them if you want them to be credible. So I like the match. I think there was a "This is awesome" chant at one point. So I really liked the match, but yeah, I didn't like the results. Then we went to Asuka and Liv, and honestly, this picture probably does it justice because we weren't really that focused on it. The match was good, but obviously there's not really much to it, to this match. It's all about Elimination Chamber tomorrow. And so we kept going to the commentary table. We had Carmella, we had Nikki. Carmella was putting over Corey Graves, which was really fun. And it is worth mentioning, Ariel Helwani kept jumping in the crowd, not during this segment, just during the show, hyping people up for Sami later on. So there was quite a few things going on outside of the ring. But one of the best was Nikki and Michael Cole. Look at that right there. That is brilliant. Michael Cole was trending on Twitter as a result of this. So Nikki and Michael Cole is the new Bailey and Michael Cole. Obviously, Asuka wins. There's a big brawl afterwards. Raquel Rodriguez was down there. All these women are going to be involved in Elimination Chamber tomorrow. The match wasn't really the focus. It was really just a way of hyping that match. But I do like this Nikki Michael Cole thing. Definitely down for more of that. Then we went to an Intercontinental Championship match. Gunther against Madcap Moss. You can see Emma at ringside with Madcap. And I really enjoyed this match. I thought it served its purpose. It made Madcap look cool and credible. You know, if you think he was cracking jokes with Corbin not that long ago. So, yeah, this was big. This was good. And Gunther, of course, gets the win. But Madcap comes out of it with credibility. So, yeah, it served its purpose. It's, you know, not all matches have to result in new champions to be, like, you know, worth it. This was a good contest. Madcap more than showed that he can, you know, hold his own. And as I said, he came out of it with, dare I say, more credibility than what he went into the match with. So it served its purpose. And wow, I mean, honestly, we could have done a full review of this final segment. Absolutely incredible. Sami Zayn comes out with about 15 minutes to go. He finally gets to talk with about 5. We had Sami chants. We had FU Roman chants. We had Olays. Sami brought back his old music. We had them singing along to that. This was a party atmosphere. I can't do it justice. I can't tell you how amazing this segment is. You have to watch it. It's at one point, Sami cries. A tear comes down his face. He is so touched as the crowd are chanting, "You deserve it." This is perfect. Sami sends a simple message at the end. He said he's going to bring Roman down. That's his message to Roman. It ends tomorrow. And I've got to be honest, I think it should. Sami is the man. He is so over. This is the place. This is the time. Incredible.